Okay, hello and welcome to the EdTech debate. I'm going to share my screen now and we are going to have a pre-vote. So this week, the educational technology class has provided an advanced exploration of technology integration in teaching and learning, as well as examine the effects of emerging technologies and media in school and society. So this is our pre-vote. Me and Caitlin are big arguers, and we have 50-50. So after the debate, we'll come back and see who has won.
The Great EdTech debate continues. Today, I'll be arguing that this educational technology class has provided an advanced exploration of technology integration in teaching and learning, as well as examined the effects of emerging technologies and media in schools and society. In this video, the following points will be examined. 1. That we have learned about technology integration in teaching and learning. 2. That we have learned about the effects of technologies and media that is present within schools and society. And 3. That our class assignments were very beneficial. Let's look at our first point. Throughout this class, we learned about various platforms such as Zoom, Twitter, Remind, Slack, WordPress, or Weebly. We also gathered valuable resources such as how to use Flipgrid, Powtoon, YouTube, Screencastify, Feedly, Google Forms, Menti, etc. Moving on to point 2. We also learned about the effects of technologies and medias have in schools and society. For example, we learned about current events and issues in the realm of technology and education, such as Momo and cell phone bans. We also learned about the construction of a digital identity and digital citizenship, in addition to learning about teachers' responsibility in advocating for social justice and anti-oppressive education through technology. And lastly, our class assignments were very beneficial because it provided us students with pure teaching opportunities, it fostered collaboration, PLN development, and provided a chance to continuously reflect on new learnings. Thanks for watching!
The Great EdTech debate continues. Today, I will be arguing that this educational technology class has not provided an advanced exploration of technology integration in teaching and learning, as well as not examine the effects of emerging technologies and media in school and society. In this video, the following points will be examined. Point 1. Technology is way too distracting. Point 2. Accessibility. Point 3. Might as well just Google it. And point 4, what benefits? Students using laptops and computers in university classes have become a social media party. There are studies done that show the best method to retaining information is through writing. However, many students are using computers instead. Students have access to social media platforms, Google messaging, and many more websites that can be distracting for themselves and others around them. Not all educators have access to learning about the integration of technology. Technology can be scary. There is a lot to learn about different technology resources, such as Google Classroom, Code.org, Chrome extensions, only to name a few. Some teachers even say that they are scared that their students will know more than them, and that is never a good thing. Fortunately, the students that took EdTech 400 this semester had the opportunity to open their eyes into a world of technology. But what if you don't have access to take a class such as this one? Why don't we just Google it? This course was 50% made up of debates, which required intense amounts of research online. Because of this, I believe EdTech 400 is a Googleable course. Many of the shared resources on Twitter and in Slack came from a Google search. Technology does not benefit learning. For example, one of the platforms we used in EdTech 400 was a professional blog. Because of the emerging technology, students are no longer practicing cursive writing and their print is becoming harder to read. Instead of using a digital blog, students create a hand-printed journal which also helps students to print better. It's a win-win for everybody. For these reasons, I believe this course has not provided a deep exploration of educational technology. Thanks for watching! Caitlin and myself do not control this message. Okay, so one of my questions for you is, what was one debate topic that we participated in this semester that changed your perspective/mind on the specific topic?
So one of those for me was the topic of cell phone bans. At the beginning, I was like, no, they shouldn't be there. They should only be used for like school. But then I see other sides now, I guess. So definitely it's purposeful. There's almost like I wanted another category that where it could be sometimes it's okay for it to be out, but then sometimes it needs to go away. So that was mine. How about yours?
I would say the debate topic about openness and sharing in schools is unfair to kids. I guess we all are for this class, but in other areas, like we're very active on Twitter, and I think before this debate, like I didn't really think much of like posting about a kid or like with the effects or like how that would make them feel if like they didn't know their work was being published or like a picture of the back of their head was being posted. And so I think it's just like made me very aware of, even if they're 5 years old, like they still have consent. And I think like the parents, yeah, you have to get parental consent, but like why aren't we asking the students' consent? So I think like both are very important. And then that teaches those kids that they can't just post about other people as well. And so like there's so many times where you're in public and you see people like take a snap of just like wherever they are, but there might be people in that snap that like don't know their pictures being taken. And so just like teaching those skills to students, I think is really important too. And so I was like, no, we should like post about it before. And then when we had the debate, I was like, maybe not. So yeah, it was really good.
I think that was a really great point. You definitely sparked my interest there. Okay, so question for you. So what is one takeaway that you have from EdTech 400 that is now integrated into your teaching philosophy?
Well, I think that technology has been incorporated into my teaching philosophy maybe before EdTech 400, just like in where I work and the experiences that I've had. But I think one of the major things that I've learned that I can bring into my teaching philosophy is that there's so many different elements of technology. And when we think of technology, sometimes our mind just goes to cell phones or just goes to computers. And I think using the adaptive dimension, like incorporating technology to use the adaptive dimension in your classroom is one of the things that kind of has influenced me. I think using technology to help and assist learners who need it while also being accessible to the rest of the class. So I think that was one of my biggest takeaways, was that technology can be accessible to help students, exceptional learners, and such. So yeah, what about you? Do you have something that kind of sparked or like now you love to talk about it and you can't wait to teach it?
Yeah, so I guess, well, in a different context, I guess, part of my philosophy now would just be, after taking this course, that educational technology isn't just about like tools and resources that we use in the classroom. It's a big chunk of it, and then don't get me wrong, it's a very important piece, but I think it's a piece, right? And there's all of these other issues, current events, and things that we have to consider, like digital citizenship and what it means to be a participant online as a student, as a individual. And I think it's really important to consider those contexts, and as such we used our debates as kind of our method of talking about those things. But I think it's important to recognize that is also a part of the educational technology realm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We definitely have to agree with you. Okay, So what was your initial opinion about educational technology, and kind of your experience with it, and has it changed over the course of this semester?
Yeah, so previous to this, we have the other ed tech class, and I really, really enjoyed it, loved it. And I would say the same thing about this course, and I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, I think it's valuable. It's important. We need to be teaching our students about it. And in order to do that proficiently and have that expertise, I think it's important for us to learn about it ourselves. And yourself?
Um, well, like rewind, I guess even before at Tech 300, I was very hesitant, much like other people, just because like maybe you know technology in your realm of your life, but to be able to incorporate it into something like education can be very scary. You don't know how the kids are going to react. You don't know how parents are going to react. And so I think um, over the course of the semester, I've really learned how to talk with students and have the right conversations. Like we talked a couple weeks ago about, I just lost my thought, about fact, if it's a fact or if it's the truth. And so just like having those conversations and being able to use the right language to help students and help parents understand why technology in the classroom is really important. And so I think that's definitely like a big point that I got out of this class. So I'm excited to go into the classroom and start using technology to enhance learning.
For sure, aren't we all? Okay, and then our final question for this debate is that what would you rate this class on if you were to use a scale of Bird Box memes?
Well, these Bird Box memes are very funny. Students, whenever I tell them to read the directions, and it's like, no, because students are never listening. And then teachers giving their students a pep talk in January about the rest of the school year. And she's saying, you have to do everything I say or we will not make it. Understand? So between those two, I think this was a great class. I would recommend it to people who are interested in technology and people who aren't, because I think it has a great message and learning experience. So
There we go. And that's our debate.
thanks for watching.